you guys obviously have one of the ultimate bonds and Rip, I talked about this last time, and I know you're going to correct me because you were superstars. But the perception in the NBA world is the 2004 Detroit Pistons, alongside maybe the 1979 Seattle Supersonics, are kind of the outlier examples of a team going the distance without that quote-unquote superstar. Now, I, like you, take a little exception to that because I think across the five of you, really, you had guys that any given night could be the best player on the floor and oftentimes were the best players on the floor. Now, Ben, I'm going to turn it over to you. What was your first memory of kind of playing against Rip or playing with Rip? Because obviously his reputation is just best endurance, could run around forever. Did you notice that from first time you practiced with him or played against him, or was that something that you kind of picked up over time?
It's something that I sort of picked up, with time, because like Rip said earlier, I was preparing to play with Rip before the trade happened to Orlando. And so I had followed him in college, but I never knew till I got a chance to play against him how active he really was. And I remember the first thing, that came across my mind was, because I like to, get my position, look on one side of the floor, take a snapshot, see who on one side of the floor and see what they might be doing over there, and then get back, to my position. But every time I would look to take that snapshot, he'd be in a different spot. So I'm realizing that this guy's just all over the place all the time. So having a chance to play with him, once I heard that he was coming to Detroit, I said that, that was great because he's another energy guy that can change the game and affect the game just by his energy. You know what I'm saying? And he's not one of those guys that needed to dominate the ball to be effective. He made plays with his foot, with his movement. And for me, that was great. That was my type of basketball. Guys will come out and bring a lot of energy. So I knew on the offensive end of the floor that the guys that bring that type of energy like that, makes me want to work, a little bit harder, on the boards, to create second opportunities or whatever. And on the defensive end, with his length and his size on the perimeter, it made us better. That was one of the stigmas with Rip coming to Detroit, that he wasn't a defensive guy. And it took a little minute. It took a little minute, to convince him that, just as effective you are on the offensive end, like I'm bringing that same type of energy to the defensive end. So, I'm gonna get out, set good picks, throw good outlets, get you out on the perimeter, and on the defensive end, we're gonna lock up. We're gonna shut some guys down, and we're gonna make them play our style of basketball. So, once he came in and he brought that energy on the defensive end, the first time I saw him, come out on the defensive end and bring that same type of energy, I knew right then I was never gonna let him live that down. He was gonna have to give me that every night. So